from Twitch. So, all right, let me just refresh real quick and we will get started. I guess I will start with a break key. We're going to be breaking some cards today. Super uber simple. Basically, everybody gets a pack of something or a card of something. And there's only 5 spots. So it's really fast. We're not waiting for 100 million characters to cycle through and everybody gets a character. It's not how it works. With me, you're getting your own individual pack, whether it's Topps Chrome, whether it's Marvel Masterpieces, or it's Avengers, or there's also another option where you get a single card, whether it's a Chrome card or a vintage Marvel card, or 2 or 3, whatever it may be. That's set up for that particular break, but basically it's a little bit different than what everybody else does. I hope people enjoy it, like it, and want to continue doing it because I think this is going to be pretty cool and reasonably priced for everyone who wants to get in on breaks and doesn't want to wait hours upon hours for a 200, 300 character break to fill and spend crazy amounts of money. And then not get anything or not miss your character or get a base card or whatever. This way you get something. Everybody gets something, and it's kind of part of it, how it works. All right, I'm going to start with a break key because I'm going to need a break key for this. Basically, that's going to give us, it is a what's called a draft style break where everybody's going to get a designated position, whether I just call them junior, senior, freshman, sophomore, college, because there's 5 spots. So there'll be a break key where it'll show the order. This is my first time doing this, so there'll be a break key showing what the order is, and everybody will be assigned one of the sophomore, freshman, whatever it is, and then after it fills all 5 spots, then you get your designated order of filling that you can break in. So, all right, let's start the break. Let me get the first break key going. Just make it up and then we'll start opening everything. I think I'll just spin a wheel on my side, and then that way it'll be completely, or just randomize. Let me just randomize. That'll be quicker. There we go. Just make a list and see what it says. And college. And then if this is how it works, this is my very first one, so I don't know how it's supposed to work exactly. So you guys are kind of learning with me. All right. So here we go. Let's put the break order in a envelope. Break key, I should call it, for this break. So this is going to be break number 1. It's going to be our break key. So it'll be 5 auctions, $5 each. Everybody gets something. This is going to be the break key right here. Super simple. All right, let's get started. We'll start with Silver Surfer as the last spot. So last spot, well, not necessarily last spot. You could pick Silver Surfer Refractor will be one of the spots. So if you don't like any of the packs that are available, you could pick the Silver Surfer card. Then we're going to do Avengers. These are rack style packs on the if you guys are familiar with kinds that you would put on a they have the little things on them. So there's 2 of those. I'll spread them out in a second, but there's 2 of them in the break. Everybody's going to get their own pack. So you can pick. There we go. Let's do a Marvel Masterpiece. Pack. I'm also doing this live first of all, so everybody can see the packs are coming out of brand new boxes. I'm just going to pick one at random. There you go. And then from Topps Chrome. All right, so hopefully this works. We'll see how if you guys like this format. I don't know. It's TBD. But I think you guys will. All right. So there's all 5 items that are in this break. Everybody gets something. No losers. All packs rip. All cards ship. Let's see how this works. If it's going to... Hopefully this works. All right, here we go. Let's start the auction. Oh, it's popping out there. All right, let's go. And the break. How do I... do this? Start auction. There we go. There we go. I guess I just randomize it at the end, I guess. I don't know. Or you're just going to get something at random from a wheel. And the break key will make the decision. So let's see what happens. All right, let's see. Run next. There we go. Let's see what happens. Yes, you get either a pack randomly or the Silver Surfer. There's 5 spots, so once all 5 spots fill, you get something. So there's 5 spots altogether. So yes, you get something randomly out of the 5. There's only 5 spots. It's not like this crazy. So once it sells out, there's a break key too. I don't know how exactly it works. This is my first one, so you guys are learning with me. But yes, it's a 5-spot break, and it's a draft style break where you get to pick which one that you want once it fills, if that makes sense. So it's actually a draft. It's not random. You will pick it once it's finished. There's only 5 spots, so you will get to pick in the order that's set, if that makes sense. So we'll see what happens. Let's see if we get off. See what happens when someone wins. What it does. I'm not exactly sure. It'll probably give you a designation. I'm surprised it's like 15 seconds. Okay. So anyway, see what happens. Well, it just says run next. It doesn't give me an option to edit the time. So I'm just hitting run next. Let me see if I do this. Oh, no, that's not it. Yeah, it's not letting me randomize. It has the time in there. Okay. Well, I think 15 seconds is fine. It's honestly fine. People can make a decision in 15 seconds. I'm not going to mess with it. So see if people want to get in. There's 5 spots, everyone. Welcome in. I'm doing something different than what everybody else is doing. I know people have like these crazy character breaks and all kinds of stuff. My thought was, let me sell 5 spots and you get something. So there we go. Let's see what happens. Is it going to randomize something for you, or is it just going to... All right, let me just run the next one and see what happens. I think it randomizes at the end. So there we go. We'll run the next spot. There we go. That's going to happen. So that's what happened. So it randomizes all at the end. So there's 5 spots, everyone. What's up, Sarahkins? There we go. Thank you, Slayer. Appreciate that. There we go. Random spot number 3. There's 5 spots altogether, folks. Everybody will get something here. It's going to be a draft style break. So everyone's going to get a designation. And then what happens is there's a break key here that'll tell you what order that we're going to be picking in. So far we have 2 spots down. I just need 5 more spots. Or 3 more spots. So everybody gets one of the items you see there, folks. A little bit different than how people normally do these. People usually take hours upon hours doing character breaks. I wanted to give people whole packs instead. OG is in. Thank you, OG. So there's going to be 2 spots left after this. 2 spots left after this. Here we go. Let's run the next one. Thank you. 2 more spots left. 2 more spots left. Okay, last spot. Last spot. Last spot, folks. All right, then we're going to randomize it all. And see what we got. Hopefully this works. All right. All right, let's randomize them and see what happens. All right, perfect. All right, here is the break order, folks. I did it in like a college freshman, sophomore, senior thing. So here is our break key for this first break. Here is the order we're picking in draft style. The first pick is going to college. So the person that got college was Slayer. Slayer, you have first pick. Slayer, which would you like out of this group? Marvel Masterpiece Pack. Perfect. Thank you. Here we go. Let's see what you got. White Queen, Loki, and Ultron. Am I missing anything? No, there's just 3 cards. There you go. Thank you. Let me write it down. Slayer. Okay. All right. The next one is Sophomore. Sophomore. Is Slayer. Slayer, go ahead. Oh, it was just 3 cards. White Queen, Loki, and Ultron. And you have the next pick. Which one would you like next? Topps Chrome Pack. You got it. All right, let's go. Whiplash, Black Widow, Mephisto, and Blake. So I'll put these in sleeves for you. Nice. Yeah, this is my very first one, so I'm doing it something a little different than what people normally do. Everyone does these crazy character breaks, and it's like I don't have patience to do all that. So, you know, yeah, you get your pick is for junior. You're up at junior now, so you have a pick. The pick for junior is Avengers pack or Silver Surfer. No, it's a refractor. It's a refractor. Which one would you like? Would you like left or right? Left. All right. Let's see. These are cool. There's actually some really cool cards. There's sometimes you could get numbered cards in here, and there's some like cool covers that are refractors, but I don't know what they call them in Upper Deck. So we'll see what they're probably refractors, I'm guessing. And there's cool battle cards. And this one you got, look at that, dude. Out of 33, Storm. Numbered card. There you go. 33. Nice pickup there. Really cool card. It is 9 out of 33. Last thing you want is more Studio Silver Chrome. Well, what I'll do is I'll just, I really don't do giveies, but I'll put it maybe at the end of something. You're welcome. Okay, so we got freshman and senior, which are going to OG. So you got there you go. So we'll just rip this for you. I'm assuming you want this as one of your picks. There you go. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. If you really don't want it, Battle of One and Daredevil. Alrighty. All right. So we'll just, if you really, do you really not want this? I'll just put it aside and do something with it. It is a rookie debut, of a character. Okay. All right. No problem, OG. I appreciate that. I'll put it in his stack here. All right. Let's do another one, I guess. All right. Up next, same concept. Topps Chrome pack. Marvel Masterpieces pack. It's upside down. 2 Avengers packs. And this time we're going to do two vintage Wolverine cards. Thank you. I appreciate you popping in, Slayer. Thank you for giving it a shot. It's my very first one, so. I've never done a break before. That was my first break style. I've opened packs for people, but I've never done a break style thing. So the next one is going to be these 4 packs. And then just 2 vintage cards are going to be the end option there. But they're vintage Wolverine cards from the 90s. All right, let's set it up. And I'll create a break key. There we go. Draft style break. All right. Random. Go. All right, let's put the spots in. Now I'll be able to understand how to set up the next one as well. So just taking me a second to figure out the draft style. So everyone does get a pack or the cards at the end there. All right. And we'll get going on the next one. Now that I know how to do this, it'll be a lot easier for me. And just think, you're also, those of you who are patient with me, which I appreciate, this is a lot quicker than any of the character breaks, that's for sure. Even though I'm taking my time, this is only my second one, so. All right. I was going to call this number 2 to make the designation number 2. All right, I think it's created. Here we go. Number 2. All right, filling now. This, let me get the break key. This is going to be our break key for this one. You randomize a list. All right. I have the break key. For break number 2. And all right. Here's our break key for break number 2. Just put it in the envelope before I start the auction and put it behind everything. And 5 spots, everyone. 5 spots. All right, let's see how to run this. There we go. There we go. All right. Everyone gets something from this group of 5 right here. All 5 items are in the break. There's 5 spots. 5 spots. Everybody gets something to, it's a draft style break. Draft style break. There's 5 items available. Topps Chrome Pack, Marvel Masterpieces, 2 Avengers, and then some Wolverine cards. 5 spots. 5 spots available. No waiting for characters or long waits to break. Get your spot. After all 5 sell out, just 5 spots. After all 5 sell out, everybody gets something. And it's a draft style break, so everybody gets to pick in their order. I have a draft key, so give it a shot. Really simple, really quick. No losers. Everybody gets something. Now, let me move the other the cards a little closer too, so you guys can see them. They're kind of, the Wolverine card is kind of off on the side there, so let me move that in a little closer. There you go. 5 spots. Only 5 spots. Everybody gets a pack or some cards. There you go. Everybody gets a pack or some cards. And some vintage cards. So it's a draft style break. The break key is there. So hopefully this is a new concept people like, because you're getting good value and you don't have to wait a long time to fill. You could do this in between waiting for some of the other larger breaks to fill. If you guys are in on some of the crazy character breaks, this will give you an opportunity to grab a pack while you're waiting for it to start. So give it a shot. We already did one break, so let's see if we could get another finished here. For number 2, 5 spots only. Everybody gets something. So there's no losers. There's no skunk. There's no skunking in this break. Everybody gets something. And there's tremendous upside on the Topps Chrome pack as well as the Marvel Masterpieces pack. So give it a shot. We already filled one break, so let's try to get another one and keep the concept alive, because I really think this is going to be something cool and different and unique in terms of bringing it to Whatnot. And how's it going, Sarahkins? Can I just say hello? How are you doing? Are you feeling good today, or is it kind of today after what happened? Kind of a drag. I appreciate you staying up. Was you're dozing off probably on the East Coast. A somber day. Well, you still have the NCAA tournament. Are they going to have games in Greenville? Are they going to have games there for the tournament, or is it going to be in your backyard? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday. This is a super simple break. There's only 5 spots, so it's relatively a quick fill break. I know it's kind of a new concept here on Whatnot. Most people are doing wild character breaks and all kinds of crazy things here. I'm doing something out super, super simple. The concept is everybody gets something, as it should be when you do a break. And it's in order of a draft. So I have a break key right here that we put together before the break. And it's the order that people pick what they would prefer. And all cards rip, all cards ship. It's super simple. That's kind of awful that there's no games there. There should be, if they have a winning record. Especially if they get to be a 1 seed, they should definitely have games there. And by the way, Sirkins, do you like this method that I'm doing? It's my first one, so I'm a little wonky in terms of timing, but do you like this concept? I know I value your opinion. I know that the box thing was the best, but if I can't do the box thing, you know. And wait till you see, I have, like I was telling you, I have the Disney coming in too. So I'm going to have it's going to be like freaking princess castles going on. Super cool with Disney's 70th anniversary. You'll see people breaking it on the channel. And I'm trying to make it super reasonable too for $5. I mean, probably about 10 with shipping or whatever, but for a pack of cards, it's pretty reasonable. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys are having a wonderful night. We're doing a simple break. This is the second break in the stack. I'm trying to go through all of the, I think, however many packs are in Chrome. So if there's 7, it'll be 7 breaks. If there's, let's see how many packs there are. 7 packs. So there's 7 breaks possible. And then I also have like basketball Saracens, and then like, so it'll be cool because I could do basketball. I could do, I'll be doing the Disney, which will be cool. So essentially every kind of thing, as long as it's the same sort of theme. Like this just happens to be Marvel. I'm in the Marvel category tonight, so. I'm just happy I sold 1 break. Like that's cool to me. Like at least it's cool enough to sell 1 break. Like that's great. Like I'm stoked. Like that's amazing. It doesn't take much, you know. Yeah, it's a random. Yeah, it's like a random. This one's not like a whatnot wheel, but it's like a random. You know, it gives people a random of something. And there's only 5, so it's not like this, like a lot of people that do um Marvel breaks have like characters. Each spot has a character. And my concept is different because you're getting an entire pack of something. So you're not getting just a character, you're getting your choice of whatever, whatever your order is in terms of the break, because it's a break and it's called draft style. So welcome in, everyone. It's a draft style break. Only 5 spots, 5 items on the board. You pick in order of the draft. I have a little break key here. So every spot has a designation, and it's determined the order by your designation that you get randomized at the very end once all 5 sell out. So it's just 5. Nothing crazy. There's no 300 spots, just 5. No, super simple concept. Only less than a cup of coffee for a potential to get a Topps Chrome pack, Marvel Masterpieces, 2 Avengers, and then I have these really cool vintage in one of the spots. These are some vintage Wolverine cards, so that's another one of the spots that can be picked. Each spot's $5, which is, by the way, under retail what they go for. So it gives you a good shot at getting some good cards for a reasonable price. And I just broke the boxes live too before I started, so you can see that they came from these boxes right up there. So give it a shot. Only 5 spots. Get yourself a pack or some cool cards from Wolverine. And I wonder what this button does once it's done running. Let's see what this button does. Oh, okay, perfect. I'll make it 20 seconds. There we go. A little bit longer. A little bit longer. You know what I was telling my dad today, Sarahkins? I was telling him, I'm like, oh no, it wasn't my dad. I was at a card show and I was explaining why I like Yukon because I'm wearing a Yukon shirt today. And I'm like, I blame my cousin because they lived in Connecticut. So I liked Connecticut because they lived there. And then when they moved to South Carolina, all of a sudden, she's the biggest Gamecocks fan out of nowhere. I was telling someone today. It was really funny. I should show you what I bought too. Flip flopper. But you'll be proud of this one. I'll show you what I bought since it seems like the crowd is diminished. But here we go. So I bought some WNBA cards. I bought some rookie cards. Some Eagles cards, of course. Nika. These are rookies, and then of course Yukon girl. But wait, you'll see. Look what I bought. I did. I bought her rookie card. And I bought a Connecticut Mayberry. I bought her too. She was on the wasn't she on the Gamecocks too? I just got it because it was a rookie. And then Cooper. And I bought some Pokemon. So I did. I bought and then I bought a graded card of a baseball player too. But so see, I don't just buy like my own kind. I buy other teams. They had this Sarah Strong one that was like $140. It was $140 for this one Sarah Strong card. I'm like, ooh. I don't think I could swing that, but she's gonna be a really good player. She's only a sophomore, which is crazy. She's probably gonna be player of the year. Good evening, everyone. I'm doing a super simple break. Only 5 spots. Just 5. No crazy wheel with 100,000,000, 200 spots, 300 characters. We're not doing that. We're making it super simple. 5 spots. Everybody gets either a pack or some Wolverine cards. It's going to randomize your names after 5. And it's going to give you a designation of senior, junior, sophomore, freshman, college. That's it. And then there's a break key, and you pick in that order in terms of draft style. See, I was in the storage unit category, but they don't have breaks in the storage unit category. So I probably will have to do the same thing on Wednesday. The same thing. What's funny is the team out here is UNLV, and it's like, ugh. Like, I don't want to root for UNLV. Like, I have no, like, men's or women's team. And the men's team is usually pretty good. But it's like, ugh, like, I don't even know. I never even thought about rooting for UNLV. And they have a good football team, too. But no, we're not doing that. I already decided when I moved out here that I wasn't going to do that. We had this piece in the store that was like from the 1984 UNLV women's team, and it was autographed by all the members of the 1984 women's basketball team UNLV. And like, that's very, very specific. And I never thought it would ever in a million years sell. But funny thing is, I'm like, I'm gonna sell that piece. A lady came in and she used to be on the UNLV women's team. And I said, look at this vintage 1980s signed piece. And she loved it. And she bought it for $75. So you think sometimes things are not sellable, but it surprises you when you find out they actually are. And that was definitely one of those pieces. Because, like, who wants a team signed women's UNLV? Like, it was such a random specific team, and they were posing by like a airplane. That was the pose. They were all like by their airplane. That was the pose, like coming down the stairs. I wish I had a picture of it. Maybe I do. Let me see if I could find it. Let me see if I could find it. Mm-hmm. See if anybody. I think all the momentum came in when I went live when I first started. Kind of just pooped out on me. Oh, there's no picture of it. I don't see it. Maybe it's here. Come on. Oh, yeah, here it is. You ready for this one? Oh, shoot. I don't know if you could see it. Coming out of the plane. Really fun. Ah. I sold it. Ah. I know. It's the most ridiculous thing. Never in a million years would I have thought that would have sold. Geez, I might not be on too much longer if it's gonna be a drag out like this. The first one seemed like it was like boom, and it went together and there was two people bidding and they bought up the entire group and then it just people are popping in, but they might just be trying to get ready for the work week, I guess. I don't know. Which is just as well because I don't want to just fill two spots and then not be able to fill the rest. So we'll stay positive though. It's so funny what you see on your computer versus on your phone. Good evening, everyone. Hope you're having a great Sunday night. Super, super simple break on the board. Only 5 spots. Get the spots while they're fresh. Only 5 spots in this break. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think the when I do the Disney one, that's going to be like the hit, you know? Once I do the Disney one, that's going to be the hit, I think. And I'll be able to start the Disney break a lot earlier because it's kind of a late night break. I'll be doing a 70th anniversary break if you guys like Disney with the new release coming out. And then I'm debating on whether everybody wants to do Star Wars or not because that would be a fun break too, but I have the Disney one coming up, basketball, and I talked to the guys at the card shop at the show, and they were saying that the new Pokemon is coming out too at the end of the month. So that might be something as well. But I do breaks a little bit different. There's only 5 spots, so there's no character break. This is no 200 spot wheel, nothing crazy. It's just 5 spots. Everybody gets something. It's a draft style break. So you could pick your pack in the order that the break key has right here. Everybody gets a designation. The break key tells you what order it's in. It's $5 a shot. Just 5 spots. That's it, folks. Really not complicated. Super simple. You get an entire pack to yourself, or, which is a pretty cool, is some vintage Marvel would be one of the last picks. But maybe you want to pick this one because you like vintage Marvel cards. And these are from Wolverine. So it's really your choice in the order that it's set. So 5 spots, no crazy wheel, no character. You get your own pack. You get to pick it. Super, super simple. You just have to fill it up. It randomizes, and then you're off and running. Only $5. Super reasonable price, which is under the retail of what those packs go for there. Of course, if you get an Avengers, these three, but still good value. We just had to pull it out of 35 card out of one of the Avengers packs. So there's still good value in the Avengers packs as well. They're not lacking, that's for sure. Appreciate everybody stopping by to see what's happening. And hopefully you'd like to give it a shot. I did go live a little bit earlier than the set time because I wanted to make sure that it was prepped. So give it a shot. Everybody gets their own individual pack or some cool Wolverine cards. No losers. Everybody does get something. Good night, kid. Thanks for holding on this long. I did the 7-Eleven cold brew from the new 7-Eleven that opened, and it was supposed to charge me up so I could like really groove tonight, and it just fizzled. It wasn't a charge up, it was a fizzle. So hopefully you have a nice mellow out. Yeah. But it was delicious. But it was a you know how sometimes you're like you think it's gonna do something and then it's like It's okay. I don't have a headache. That's the best part. As long as I don't have a headache, I think it's fine. Because it's like sometimes it's like caffeine, sugar, all that. Headache. So have a good night, kid. Tell the kids Chuchi Steph's buying all the Pokemon. Good evening, everyone. Hope you're having a great night. Super simple break on the table. Only 5 spots. No crazy characters here. Just super, super basic, super, super simple. 5 spots. Everybody gets something. All cards rip, all cards ship. I don't know. It doesn't get any more simpler than that. There's no waiting for a million spots to spin. This is kind of your in between break where you're waiting for the other ones to completely fill. And I kind of like being in the Marvel category. So So yeah, I think I'm gonna change Wednesday's show to a Marvel show again and just keep it rolling. Maybe Wednesday we'll be able to finish it out. But I kind of like it. I kind of think it's a good concept. Just have to get a few people in and it's going to work. It's going to work. I was at the Genesis card show today, which was a lot of fun. Got to see a lot of cards. So it was really super cool. What's up with this Wolverine card, by the way? It's pretty crazy. And here's a. Oh, this is an imposter. Wolverine imposter. That's pretty wild. Cool. This one's neat too. It's kind of like Shadow Cat. Here's Wolverine and his sensei. Pretty cool. This is so 90s. It's like smoking a cigarette. That couldn't be good for marketing. But I guess maybe they weren't marketing to kids back then. But I guess kind of. I mean, it is Wolverine. So I hope you guys are having a super night. I'm doing a very simple break tonight. So I don't know if you guys like packs or your own packs of cards, if you like to rip packs. But if you do, you're in the right place because I love to open packs for people. And I came up with this concept of instead of doing a crazy wheel of like characters or something like that, which is seems exhausting to me, and I appreciate the people that can actually do that type of break. I just said, hey, let me just give someone the option to have their whole entire pack for them. We'll do it draft style, keep the spots to a minimum. So this one has 5 spots in it, $5 a spot. Everybody gets a pack. Now, how it works is you'll get assigned a designation, whether it's, I just did like senior, junior, sophomore, freshman, college. Random words that had a certain order to them. And then I put them in a random order. So at the end, I randomize all 5 spots. You get your designator, and it goes in that order of picking in terms of random break for drafting. So let me run it, see if anybody wants to give it a shot. But yeah, you get one of these lovely items here in the break, and there's only 5 spots. I already did one break, so I know the concept is pretty cool and it works. We just need to get more people on board with the concept. And hey, maybe you guys are in between your giant wheel break and you need a spot to kind of like take a break from waiting. You could pop into my stream, and I don't condone a smoke break, so to speak, but hey, open yourself a pack break instead of a cigarette pack break, a regular pack break. So my name is Stephanie. I've been on Whatnot now. This is my 3rd year or season, but I have been on the app for about 4 years in its entirety because I do work for a company that streams on Whatnot. This is my own channel, but yes, for my full-time job, I stream on Whatnot, as well as am a writer for an auction house out here in Las Vegas. So, 5 spots. Let's fill it up. While you guys are waiting for some of your bigger breaks to fill, this is a nice little time saver where you could get yourself a pack. There's 5 spots, 5 items. Super, super simple concept. All right, I guess what I'll do is, because I did fill one, which is great, I think I'm going to change the upcoming break. Let's see if I have the upcoming. Currently live, upcoming 129. All right, let me do this. I'm going to continue the Marvel break on Wednesday instead of the quarter box clean out. But what's cool is it is going to be 130 because we're on 130 now, which is great. I'm going to go into Marvel and breaks. And it's going to be Marvel breaks. There we go. And then let me add in I got to add in a cool photo. So maybe I'll work on that concept as well. So I have Pikachu as my character, which doesn't really fit for Marvel. So I'll figure out something in terms of a character for Marvel. All right, we'll do it last call. Last call, folks, for this concept break. Otherwise, we'll just go to Wednesday. Wednesday break. I'm cool with that. Hey, it worked for a group, so I'm cool with that. All right, well, thank you guys. Have a great night. We'll see you guys on Wednesday.